Good morning, family. How you doing? How you living? How you feeling? How you momming them? House hunting day 2 is underway. Oh, Jesus, please give us traveling grace and mercy as we go to our destination, which I need to put the address in the GPS. So currently we are scheduled to see 2 houses today. Both of them are under 200,000, so we'll see how that goes. After that first house last time, I learned to not trust the pictures. So we'll see what we get when we get there. Nice.
It smells like an old house.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I think it's a water. Yeah, I think let's go up. Yeah, this is good.
Oh, there is a basement.
That's it?
You going down?
Mm-hmm.
You're a brave soul.
It's kind of like the second house, too.
What do you mean?
The basement is kind of like the second house.
Oh, the ceilings are kind of low?
Yeah, just kind of a little bit low.
Okay.
There's like a lot of space here, too, a little bit. So you guys look at the upstairs yet?
No, not yet. We just realized there was a basement.
So we could do a lot with this.
Why don't we close the door? Did we want to leave the door open?
It's okay.
Okay.
Let me see if this is.
Yes, sweetie. I'm coming.
We can find another room. I found another room. So there's 3 beds, go to the bathroom. And then come up here, Mom.
Okay, so that's 1.
Mom. Then over here.
I'm coming.
There's some stairs.
It's a really small closet.
It's kind of like the first house, just more different. It made more. Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of food. Like here could be movie night places. Like here we could have movie nights and stuff. Think of it.
Okay. This is a nice space.
And Mom, here we could like have movie nights and stuff. I do not know what that is.
I don't either.
But we can like clean that up. We can clean that up. It needs some work, but it doesn't need a lot of work, like the first house yesterday. That didn't need the whole thing actually clean. But this house is super cool for something. That's not a whole sock. And this is a lot of space. I could really see a thing.
We would just have to figure out how we would use it.
Because, no, Thomas would have to get a new bed. Would I have to get a new bed, Mom? Probably, yeah.
Okay, so we just saw house number 1 for today, which would really be like house number 4. And the realtor, darn it, I can't even go that way.
In 600 feet, turn right onto South Commerce Street.
Okay. At the light, I'll be making it right.
At the light, turn right onto South Commerce Street.
But yeah, so what did we think of house number 4, guys?
It was good. I feel like that this house, it already has its own mood, and I like that.
Has its own mood? What's the mood?
In a quarter mile, turn left onto South Delaware Street.
Yeah, it is kind of like the first house we saw, just clean. It does have attic space again. No designated third bedroom, which I'm not loving, but
We do have a third bedroom.
there is an attic, which is not like redone like the second house's attic was, but it could be done. Like, it's not horrible. Like, the carpet just needs to be replaced. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else about it was good. The basement, it did have a basement. The only thing about the basement, once again, it had the low ceilings, like the second house had the low ceilings.
Take the second left onto South Delaware
But again,
Street.
it wasn't terrible. Cars.
Cause all come I got this last red car that I should be able to go. Yeah, we're good.
Okay. You can tell my realtor doesn't have kids because he gives me a whole dozen donuts.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto the I-295 North, US 130 North ramp to Trenton.
And I feel like he knows what he's doing because he said, oh, all the sugar.
And then go.
All right, so can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on house number 2 that we saw today?
It was nice. It was very nice.
You had high hopes, Theo?
Yeah. I just
Is it someplace y'all could see yourself living?
Yeah, I feel like I could see myself living there. I must not be in that room with a slant, so it's one of y'all. Yeah, Mom said that's gonna be her private room, and she's gonna have her own private bathroom. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
You tripping?
How?
It's not. That's the third room.
No, because brother wants to take the room down that was downstairs. He said he liked that room. So he would have that room. Then you would take the room, other second room on the second floor. And then I would take that room that had the other room attached to it with the slant. I would just turn that room with the slant into my closet.
Or you can make it beauty good.
Yeah, I would do all my beauty makeup stuff and it would hold my clothes. It would be my closet.
I thought you were going to say, well, I'm paying for it.
That too. Don't forget it. That too. But I don't know. Then it seemed like the bathroom that was attached to the room that I'm saying would be mine, it seems like it was also leaking because the roof under the ceiling underneath that bathroom had like some water damage happening at the top, which is crazy because they just remodeled that whole thing.
Red flag.
A major red flag. But overall, what would you rate it?
Like overall, leaking. Like a solid 7. I think solid
A 7?
Yeah.
Theo, what about you?
I'll give it a 7 because if it's leaking, I do not want to go like or 6, 7. 6, 7. No, you gotta say like 6, 7. That's at 6, 7.
All right. So enough of that. So what about the fact that it's on a busy street?
Yeah, that's it. This will be able to delete.
Delete?
Yeah, it's because there's a busy street. No.
Well, the blue house is on a busy street and you still love that one.
Yeah, but you know why? At least had someone we could put our car. Yeah, but at the same time, it's at the same time.
Well, technically, we could have put our car where the realtor, where Mr. Emerson put his car. There was a driveway.
That had a driveway for the car. That wasn't even. You're trying to find the smallest things to throw back, bro. No. Pick up a heavier rock. Pick up a heavier rock. Stop picking up the little rocks. Stop picking up the little rocks. Stop picking up the little rocks. No, I'm not doing any of the work. No. And that basement down there was empty. We could put him up. The basement could be all gaming. You know, I don't really like that.
Yeah.
So that's all we do. It could be all gaming. All we need is buy some lights and we could tape them up. So when you turn off the lights in the basement, the lights will
Okay, but I feel like the ceilings in this house, the last house, were much lower than the ceilings in the blue house.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know going lower than the blue house was possible.
Yeah, like those ceilings were very, very low. Like I would never be able to stand up straight.
The only basement I would say that was at least good or one that you could really stand up in is the first house, and that one was nasty.
I know. That house will require a whole remodel. And I don't know if the seller would be willing to come down enough to justify that house being on the list
That man might
of wanting to remodel it.
We might as well give him $1 for how much that thing is worth.
It needs a lot of work.
Like, if you get rid of the dead mice, clean up a little bit of some things. It's 5 living mice in there. Just saying. Probably, I don't think 5 is close enough. I'm gonna bet you 7 mice probably live in that house. Hello.
You think 7? I think it's cousins, their aunts and uncles. There's the whole family. Many generations probably live in that house. It would definitely have to get fumigated.
Yeah.
Like it would need a whole complete kitchen remodel. It would need a lot. And to already be $250,000 and still need about $40,000 to $50,000 in remodel, they would have to come down a lot.
That makes no sense for you to offer a huge amount of cash, but then in the process, that house is junky.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. You at least can lower like to $100. That's the best he's gonna get. $100 is the best he's gonna get.
I wish it did cost $100.
$100 is all he is gonna get.
Well, we'll see. There's still, we can always wait. Just because we went and saw those 5 houses today doesn't mean we have to choose one of them. And we would have been able to look at another house today that was like more renovated. So the renovation has already been done, but it's a townhouse. But the car was acting crazy today and we had to get that fixed.
But, 5 options are better than 2 options or 1 option.
Yeah, and we don't have to just limit ourselves to those 5. So just because we saw those 5 doesn't mean we have to pick from those 5. We can always wait. Yes, sweetie.
Yeah, we're going to be shopping. What do we really need?
We really need for groceries?
Yeah, let's look at
All right, well, that's a different topic.
What's
up, family? I feel like majority of these vlogs, I'm like talking to y'all in the car. But majority of my life, unfortunately, is spent in the car. It's like the only time I really get like quiet time to myself to gather my thoughts is in the car. Which is why getting this house is so crucial, because I really just want space for me. But yeah, so the last 2 houses that we saw, they were a no. Which is kind of sad, because especially house number 1 that we saw, I was like super excited about that one. And I've been looking at that one the longest online, like well before I ever even started talking with this realtor and dealing with him. Like I was already, like I'd already spotted this house, was super excited about it, but I don't know. Sometimes the pictures do not speak 1,000 words, and they're just some straight up BS. So, yeah, that was that. I hope y'all can hear me over the air conditioning. Like, spring really came in the building and kicked winter out, so it's kind of hot today. And I have on sweat clothes because there is like a little wind, which is a little chilly. So when I stepped out this morning, it was a little chill in the air. But now, the sun is out in full effect. But I didn't feel like changing my clothes because that's laundry. So we're just going to suffer through it and turn on the air. So I then got a call from my realtor this morning. And he basically said, so house number 2, the blue house with the very beautiful backyard that I showed you guys with all the like superhero X-Men paraphernalia and whatnot, that home got multiple offers, and basically the realtor was just like, everyone needs to turn in their highest and best offers by noon today, and then they will be making a decision. And honestly, like, I felt like a little bit rushed and kind of like I had to make an offer kind of thing. But at the same time, like, I feel like I would have been settling. Yes, that house was beautiful and it had everything together and it was very, very nice. However, it didn't have a true 3rd bedroom like I wanted. And I felt like me standing there and trying to like figure out where everything was going to go. And like, okay, what can we turn into this bedroom and into that bedroom? All that stuff like that to me was settling. Like, I was trying to make something happen that it wasn't designed to happen, and the only word I can find for it is settling. So I told my realtor that I do not think that I'll be putting in an offer on that blue space, because no. And even like for the boys, like Tom, he's a very accommodating child. Like, he's just like, Mom, I want you to get whatever you want to get. I'll make it work. I'll figure it out. But like, why though? Why are we in that mindset of, we'll just make something work? No, I'm sure that there is a house out there in our price range that has 3 true bedrooms, and we don't have to like make one out of nothing. Like, I'm sure that it exists. So we're just going to wait. We're going to be still, and we're going to wait and let God direct our steps and our decision, because yeah, I'm not putting my baby in an attic and calling that a room. No. So that is currently where we are in the situation. And I was talking it over with my brother, and he said the same thing, which I love the reassurance. Like, it's not a rush. Just because those were the first 5 homes that I saw, it doesn't mean that like I'm obligated to choose one of those. They're just the first 5 houses that I saw. Like, that's it. I'm not constrained to just those homes. So yeah, that's where we are right now in the process. I have been looking like online and stuff, and I did find some more houses that I'm willing to consider, like that actually look nice and have true 3rd bedrooms and are within my price range and all that fun stuff. So yeah, when one door closes, God always opens another. So I'm not in a rush, and I'm not going to be rushed into making a decision, because I will be tied to that decision for the next 30 years. So to get anything less than what I want, like, I know I'll have to make concessions in some aspect somehow, but like, that's just too much of a concession. So yeah, I'm not rushing the process. I'm not going to force myself into making a decision just because someone else is telling me that I have to make a decision. It is my decision. It will be my house, and I'll be the only person paying the bills in that. So this is going to be on my timing. Okay? Okay. Beautiful.